everybody, and welcome to our kitchen. So if you've seen the first video, I've done the smashed potatoes, and now we're going to have our main meat to go with those potatoes, and it's going to be some pork loin chops. So let me get you down here where you can see. So you do want to go ahead and get your pork loin chops or pork chops out and let them get room temperature. So I just had me a roast, and I just cut it up to some thin pieces like you'll see. I don't like them very thick. We're just going to fry these. But I figured while they're sitting here getting room temperature, I'll go ahead and season them. So this is just some of that house seasoning I'm going to put on them for right now. And then we're just going to fry these up just like old pork chops. Make sure you season both sides. Now I don't have this laying directly on my cutting board. I have like it's a plastic cutting board in between it. So, and I'll wash everything down that I've touched. That's stuff y'all don't see behind the scenes. But I do wash everything down that I touch. Gotta stay clean, especially in the kitchen. Alright, so this is just the house seasoning. And we're going to let these get room temperature. The potatoes are still boiling. So we'll be back shortly when we're ready to fry these up. Stay tuned. Alright, we're back for the pork chops. So these have sat here and got room temperature. Now I'm going to coat this in some egg. I just literally got one egg and some water and beat it up like it's my egg wash. And then we're going to season it with some flour. And then we'll be ready to fry these up. I am going to use my meat tenderizer real quick. I feel like these will be tender, but just to be safe. This was just a big giant pork loin that I bought. I mean, it's probably like that long. It was huge. I don't know if you can see the measurements, but it's just a huge pork loin that they run on sale, and I cut them up. Alright, so I'm just going to tenderize this side now. Okay. Alrighty, so what we're going to do is put it in the egg wash, the flour, and then on my plate so I can take them over to the stove to fry. So very simple, egg wash, spilled everywhere. This is just all-purpose flour. You can use anything you have. Make sure you get the flour over everything. Might need a little bit more flour in this dish. I just hate throwing away more flour than I needed. Does anybody else like that? Alright. Very simple. I already had seasoned my pork chops, so I don't have to worry about seasoning the flour. That's another thing I hate doing. I prefer to season the meat, so that way you don't use extra season than you need. Alright, let's get mad here. Add another scoop of flour. Chewy's wanting to help, aren't you? She said, I'll sample. You gonna sample? Oh no! That one just slops right out of my hand. Alright, so I'll do the rest of these up. I ain't gonna make you watch, and I'll be back. All right, we're back. We're gonna fry up these pork chops. So I got them all floured up here. I got some vegetable oil, kind of hot already. Ready to go. May have to do this in 2 separate batches. I don't want to overcrowd the pan. So we're going to let these go a little bit. Remember, I'd already seasoned the pork chops or pork loin with house seasoning. If you don't know what's in the house seasoning, you can see that video. And then we just did an egg wash with some flour. Now I've got them on a stove eye in between 5 and 6. And we're going to let these fry. And I'm going to show you, I don't know if y'all buy vegetable oil in bulk like I do, but look at this neat little trick my husband found. Use the old ketchup bottle. We washed it, and then you just pour your vegetable oil in this, so it's easier to manage than trying to pick up that big old jug. So these will take probably about 10 minutes per side. So I'm going to let these fry up, and then we'll be back. Alright, so it's been going for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to take a look at them here. Oh yeah. Looks good. I've only got about 1/4 inch of oil in here. I did add about a tablespoon of butter. I forgot to show that to you. After I put them in, I added the butter. Because you don't want to add the butter too early because it'll burn. Boy, they're smelling delicious in here. That and the potatoes in the oven. Still got about 5 minutes left on them before I can flip them. Well, I'll let these cook a little bit more, and I'll be back. I'm over here just doing up some dishes. I always like to do the dishes as I'm going so you aren't flooded at the end. But boy, it looks good. We'll be back. Alright, I'm going to get my pork chops out. I forgot to grab me a plate here. Down. Woo-wee! Look at that. I'm going to put these to the side because I got 2 more I got to fix here. Since these have been sitting out, I'm going to coat them through this flour again. Because you want them to have good crusty on them. So I'm just dripping them through the flour again. Going back into the hot oil. Woo-wee! Right, eat good tonight. I won't make him watch these cook, but this is what the finished product will turn out to be. So this again was just a pork loin that I sliced up into pork chops. We got it room temperature. We did a dip in some egg and water. Then we just went through some all-purpose flour, but you can use any kind you got. And then we fried it with some vegetable oil, and then I added a little bit of butter. So I hope y'all like this video. I really enjoyed making these cooking videos with you. So please continue to watch. Go back and watch our old videos. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And we appreciate you all subscribing and watching our videos. Bye, y'all.